So what is up, adventurers, and welcome back over here to the Magic Kingdom today. We came on over today because, well, one, Kayla's mom's in town, and so we're going to be trying to do as much as we can today. We're going to try to get onto Tiana's because she still hasn't ridden Tiana's. We're going to try to ride Big Thunder Mountain and everything with that because I still have not ridden that. And then on top of that, just see what else we can get done today on a nice Magic Kingdom type day. Hopefully, though, the weather does hold off because right now, looking at some of the weather, look a little sketchy. So if you haven't done so, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, leave a like, and welcome back to a Magic Kingdom day. I will say one of the greatest things as well, though, is the view now of Cinderella's castle, fully repainted back to a more nostalgic look of what it was when the park first opened. And not saying I disliked the 50th anniversary paint style, but for some reason, this paint style just screams nostalgic and everything that I grew up with the parks. I'm really hoping that that weather is not coming this way and that it's not going to shut everything down, because if it shuts everything down, that's going to kind of mess up how the day's going to go and then make a lot of the lines that we want to wait for longer. So, but we are heading over to see if we can maybe get ourselves a return time for Tiana's Bayou adventure, and then when we get done with that, maybe then try to do Big Thunder as well. So we just got to see how the day goes, how it progresses. Hopefully the weather holds off. Hopefully, more likely, the weather does come in and covers up the sun. Actually makes it a little bit cooler. Well, kind of worked out. We got some little bit of magical moment from the cast member, and they let us just right on in right away. So we're gonna go in and do Tiana's really quick. I do think a lot of it is related to the fact that it is probably going to storm in a little bit, and if it starts storming, they have to shut the ride down. So kind of nice for them. I always love this little section with the salt mines, high falls and beyond this point. Reserved for seasoned veterans. While the salt mines, please call for help if caught in a pinch. I appreciate that kind of I appreciate the jokes. He's gonna follow you the entire ride. Yeah, this armadillo. It's gonna follow you around the entire ride. Lou's house boards. Louis. Yeah. I will say, I think my only major complaint with Tiana's Bayou Adventure, it truly feels like a lot of those animatronics are still not quite working the way they should be working. Like when we went into where you saw Lewis first, when they first found the first band, you could actually see a little bit of the wires for the animatronic was kind of sticking out. And so that was that. And then I think out of the 4 animatronic Tianas, I think only 2 were working, the other 2 were not working, and a couple others were. It was kind of weird to see that many animatronics were not working, and this ride's not even that old. I only think it's a year and a half old at this point, because it didn't open up that long ago, so kind of disappointed in that. So now we're going to go over see if we can get ourselves a return time for Big Thunder Mountain now, since that's something we haven't done. So I'm going to do that with Kayla's mom. Kayla unfortunately still can't ride it right now, so we're going to go over and do that see if we can get that really quick. So it is kind of weird. So, Big Thunder Mountain is officially reopened, and they do have the line all the way out here. It says 35 minutes, so I know they cut some of the inside line, but one of the big things is under this covered area, there used to be a popcorn stand where you can actually get your popcorn refilled and stuff. They've actually gotten rid of that altogether in favor of this longer line now, so that's kind of a bummer, because that was one of our favorite places to get popcorn, but it just tells you how extremely popular this coaster is, especially now that it's reopened. But I am excited because we did get a return time for it, so we will be heading back to come do this in just a few minutes, hopefully. I'll say they kind of work out in our favor because we stopped into Pecos Bill to wait for our time to go back to do Big Thunder, but in that time frame it did rain a little bit. It's still kind of sprinkling right now, but I think we're actually going to go over and try to hit Big Thunder now, and then because we actually have time to go back because we're going to be doing Beak and Barrel at 4:35, and so now we want to get these out of the way so that we get it out of the way just in case any weather does come in, we can get it done. And then afterwards we're going to probably maybe work our way over to Buzz to try to do Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin, because Kayla's mom still hasn't done it yet, and I still want to do it again and see if I can get a better score than the last time we rode. All right, time to go do Big Thunder Mountain before the storm rolls in on us. Kind of get a little bit of a sneak peek into the construction for Cars Piston Peak. Right now, it's just giant concrete walls are coming up right now. Can't really see much, and even when we get up there, probably won't be a whole lot we can see as well. But what I do love is all of the stuff has been fully updated and refurbished. Looks so good for the ride. I'm really excited for the fact that they gave this ride a much needed facelift, and especially considering a couple new sections as well. So I'm very excited for that. Okay, the brand new retracking and everything with Big Thunder Mountain, amazing. It's so smooth. It's whippy. That you get a little more airtime on it now, and you don't feel like you're like about to like break your neck, as Kayla said. It was, and in fact, that we also got the last row is the best row, and I loved all the lighting effects. I loved everything else. Hopefully, it came out on the GoPro, because sometimes the GoPro can get a little funky with low lighting and stuff, but it was so good. Like, if you haven't ridden it, you gotta ride it. If you've ridden it, what's your thoughts on it? Because I think it was perfectly redone. I think the way that they redid it, perfect. All right, making our way into Tomorrowland, because we're gonna try to see if we can actually get a return time for Buzz Lightyear again. Mostly because with the parade going on, we kind of don't want to be in the area where it will be, because we want to ride Pirates because we have Beacon Barrel. So we're trying to say, like, if we maybe could do Buzz Lightyear, then once by that point we get done with that, then it'll be done. The parade will be done. We'll be able to work our way back over and maybe do Pirates of the Caribbean and then do Beacon Barrel. So kind of just playing it a little bit by ear as we can. Don't really want to watch the parade. Nothing against it. I know with just the rain just happening, not everything's going to be out, if it's even going to happen on time, or it may turn into a rainy day because of the weather. So you just never know with that. Well, we were able to get a return time for Buzz Lightyear, but we got a little bit of time. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to do the Carousel of Progress, since we've got all the information that it is going to be changing over with a massive refurbishment, including, I think, with the Walt Disney animatronic, which I wonder if that's who's going to introduce you to the ride itself. But we want to go in, see it a little bit, check it all out, and then while we're waiting to go do Buzz Lightyear.
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow is just a dream away. And that's a dream, that's the start. He follows his dream.
It's supposed to make you, yeah, that's how Adam's seen it.
It's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away. Yeah, it looks like the Robins are getting ready to celebrate Valentine's Day today. What year is it? Oh, right around the turn of the century. And believe me, things couldn't be any better than they are today. Yes, sir, buildings are towering now as high as 20 stories. The moving pictures flicker up on a big screen. We have almost 8,000 automobiles in this country, and we can travel by train from New York to California in less than 7 days. And I even hear tell about two brothers from North Carolina who are working on some kind of flying contraption. It'll never work. Closer to home, we've now got gas lamps, a telephone, and the latest design in cast iron stoves. And that reservoir keeps 5 gallons of water hot in just 3 buckets of coal. Oh boy, it sure beats chopping wood. And isn't our new ice box a beauty? Look at that, holds 50 pounds of ice. Milk doesn't sour as quick as it used to. And our dog Rover here keeps the water in the drip pan from overflowing. It wasn't too long ago we had to carry water from a well. And thanks to progress, we've got a pump right here in the kitchen. Of course, we keep a bucket of water handy to prime it with. Yes, sir, we've got everything we need to make life easier. Say, Mother, I was reading about a fellow named Tom Edison who's working on an idea for snap-on electric lights.
Electric lights? No more kerosene, no more gas.
Sarah sure gets to the core of the apple.
But we do have this new wash day marvel. Now it takes me only 5 hours to do the wash. Imagine, it used to take 2 days.
Well, that's right, folks. Now Sarah has time for other things
Like canning and cleaning the oven.
Yes, dear.
Ovens don't just clean themselves, you know.
I know, dear. And they probably never will.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get the laundry off the line before it starts raining cats and dogs.
Don't worry, Rover. She didn't mean real dogs. Besides, it's not going to rain today. My lumbago isn't acting up.
I'm not going to say I told you so.
Well, look at it come down. All you have to do is put your wash on the line, right? Phew, boy, hottest 4th of July we've had in years. We've come a long way, though, since the turn of the century, over 20-some-odd years ago. You know that pilot fella, Charles Lindbergh? He's about to fly a single-wing airplane all the way across the Atlantic. He's never going to make it. And sports stadiums are springing up all over. And boy, nobody hits that old horse hide like that new fella Bayou. Jazz music is the cat's meow. And there's been ads in the paper for months for a movie starring Al Jolson. And he's going to talk and sing. Oh, boy, I've got to see that. There goes Schwartz in his Huffmobile. He sure loves that horn. You know, in my new Essex, I've got an electric starter. Now I don't have to crank. We can travel from New York to Los Angeles by train in only 3 days. And we've got a house full of new electrical servants. Mr. Edison sure added life to our home. Whoa there, you roll fuse. Crap, that's the 3rd one this week. I buy fuses by the case. Uh-oh, and I've blown the whole neighborhood again. Easy, Rover. Jimmy, hurry up with that fuse.
Shucks! Every time he has company, he blows a fuse. And guess who always has to change it?
I heard that, young man. I heard that.
Oh, well, that's more like it. John, yours is the last costume I've got to finish before the parade starts.
Sarah's Ladies Club is responsible for our town's 4th of July celebration tonight. She's got us all roped into performing in their program, and
I've decided we're going as George and Martha Washington, dear.
Oh, the father of our country. That's a role that really fits me. You know,
I'm so glad we installed an electric light fixture here on the porch, because it's just too darn hot to be sewing inside.
Well, it's another Halloween here in the fabulous 40s. Everything is better than ever now. And we've got some amazing new wonders around the house to prove it. For instance, our refrigerator holds more food and ice cubes. And thanks to our automatic dishwasher, I don't have to dry the dishes anymore after supper. Gives Rover and me more time to enjoy our evening stroll together. Later, boy. Oh, and here's something else that's new. I just heard a new term today on the radio. The fella says we've got something now called the rat race. Did you ever hear that one? It sure describes my life. I'm involved in something now called commuting. I drive into the city for work all day and then turn right around and drive all the way back. And the highway is crowded with fellow rats doing the same thing.
That's what they call progress, dear.
Dad, Grandma's up to 550 points.
Did you say 550? Hey, she's getting the hang of that thing.
I can't believe all the new gadgets they've got now. You know, in my day...
Oh, no. You're not going to tell us about the old days when you didn't even have a car phone.
Hey, Trish, for a while we didn't even have a house phone. Not to mention laser discs and high-def TV. Everything is automated today, including that.
No time machines all around this place.
Sorry, Orville. Anyway, you guys don't know how good you got it nowadays.
You know, my grandpa told me the very same thing when I was a kid.
Take that, you nincompoop!
Hey, check it out, Dad. Grandma's up to 975 points.
Wow, 975?
Temperature increase to 975. Big mode overload. Command error.
John, what's wrong with the oven?
What,
Big mode complete. Enjoy your meal.
Anyone for pizza?
Oh, another Christmas turkey ruined.
Hey, I really smoked those guys. Looks like I'm resident flying ace now.
Oh, best 2 out of 3, Grandma.
Later, kid. Boy, that was fun. What will they think of next?
Who knows? We've got a whole new century waiting for us out there.
Yeah, and maybe sometime in the new century, your father will learn how to talk to our oven.
well, maybe by then ovens will read our minds. But hey, as long as we're all here and happy and together for the holidays, Who cares if I burned our Christmas turkey?
I do. I'm starving.
I will say, I definitely do think that the Carousel Progress does need the update because they did update it a few, like probably right around the turn of the millennia, because it needed that update, but also just to get any work done that normally needs to be done, like any issues that they have, they can do a lot of work like that's underneath, like you can't see and stuff, so it's kind of nice to be able to do that, and they'll update everything, because it is all about progress, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, Walt wouldn't want that, and I'm like, I think it's the complete opposite. Walt would have wanted Carousel Progress continue to get updates with the ever constant progress of anything and everything with technology. Alrighty, let's see how we do on the score this time. I think last time I did a little over 400,000. Let's see if I can recreate that. Last time we were lucky though because it kept stopping, so I have no confidence that I'll actually do good this go around. I'm not understanding what I got, but like I'm a Cosmic Commando, and I had like 890,000 points. So, wow, that was actually pretty impressive. All right, quick little walkthrough of Casey's Corner / going through the Emporium, just to kind of see what there is. Also, kind of want to hit a couple more pin boards on the way out, but also just want the AC because AC is much needed right now. I will tell you as well, I was kind of hoping for a much more better pin trading day. I'm not saying like a bad pin trading day, but like I feel like we kind of got stuff that we already had, or mini stuff, but like we've got these two in the middle and like this mini looks like Tinkerbell, but yeah, you know, Magic Kingdom can be really hit or miss when it comes to the pin trading in the parks. It was kind of funny, like Kayla and her mom are currently waiting to do the popcorn thing over here, which I think the custom popcorn is probably one of the coolest things they've added, since it used to be the old Hat Chappelle space. This is where you would come in and go and get your hat embroidered, you would buy hats and all that stuff, and so that's what was in this space. But we were talking about how we don't remember what the old confectionery used to look like until we just looked it up, and we both went, how do we not remember that it looked like that for so long? Considering that was probably a majority of our time coming to the parks and stuff, that's what it looked like in everything. So definitely a very weird thing to go down and think about because of how much constantly is changing in these parks year to year. Now it's easier for us living here because we see it so frequently that it's like, oh, a little change you kind of notice, but you just become accustomed to it. If you don't come for years at a time, you walk in, you're like, wow, this is completely different, or you didn't even know it changed. So definitely one of those things for sure that it's always fun to see and also just enjoy the change that's always happening within these parks, because these parks are always always constantly changing as years go on. Alrighty, so we are going to call it from our day here at the Magic Kingdom. Overall, it was a very good day. We got quite a lot done, even though we didn't ride as much stuff, but we did get to ride Tiana's and got to ride Big Thunder Mountain. And I got to tell you what, Big Thunder Mountain, A+ in my opinion. It probably became my new favorite coaster at this park again. Love Space Mountain, but it was really getting rough, and I was gonna ride I'd rather go ride Space Mountain instead. So Big Thunder is great. Got to then go over and ride the brand new Buzz Lightyear. Got to do a Carousel Progress ride through once again, because we just don't know when we're gonna ride that again. And then got to eat at Beak and Barrel. Overall, it was just a very good day here out at the parks. Did avoid some of the weather, so luckily that worked out in our favor. But overall, it was just a fantastic day. So if you guys want to see more adventures like this here from the Magic Kingdom, make sure you do hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and comment down below what are some of your favorite things and must-dos you have to do while you're at Magic Kingdom. But with all that being said, as we do head on out the park, head back to our resort for the night, we will see y'all on the next adventure.